Podkrabs, episode 4.
Good.
Go.
It's not. Ladies and gentlemen, put on your bolo ties and get ready for the Podkrabs episode 0.04 Christmas special.
Yeah.
Yay! Happy. Or Hanukkah
And Kwanzaa.
and others as well.
Yeah. What are you celebrating this year?
100 years of celibacy.
100 years. That's
Yep.
impressive. I didn't know you were that old.
I am really, really dry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does this mean you're like Noel Fielding? We just don't expect you to be as old as you actually
he's
are.
like 50 or something, isn't
Yeah,
he?
but he's looking good.
He looks like a sweet young boy.
He's a good-looking boy.
He looks like all those drugs just became him rather than destroyed him.
In a similar fashion to Mick Jagger, I guess.
No, they definitely destroyed him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's disgusting and gross. So Jim, how are you this Christmas?
This Christmas, I am peachy keen.
Is that all you are this Christmas?
That's all I am this Christmas, is peachy keen. How about you?
I'm gonna get pickled.
You're going to get pickled?
Yes.
That's, what, drunk?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're
gonna fill myself with alcohol.
Well, instead of filling yourself with alcohol,
What?
how about filling yourself up with a lovely Coca-Cola company beverage?
That's right. With our corporate sponsors, Coca-Cola Company.
Coke Vanilla / Life.
I'm drinking Coke Life today because that's got the most festive bottle of the lot.
It's green and red, isn't it?
It is. And
Whereas
white.
my meager Coke Vanilla is red and cream.
Awful. It's my insistence that Coca-Cola use Coke Life as the official Christmas drink because then they can bring Santa back to his origins.
Yeah.
They corrupted him, they can bring him back. So that's about all the Christmas power we're going to get out of this one.
Yeah. We might stay back.
We might. Santa might visit us like he did last episode.
Oh, I hope not.
Even the last episode wasn't the Christmas special.
Yeah. We can have a festive season opposed to a festive episode.
That's true. I think they should do more of that on TV.
Yeah. No, they shouldn't.
It'd be so dry.
It'd be horrible.
Yep. All of December through January as well, because you've got to cover the Epiphany.
Yeah.
Everyone always forgets Epiphany.
And we've also got to remind people when they need to take their trees down.
On Epiphany.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, you have to leave it up till Easter, my dad was telling me.
Is that the law?
Apparently.
Shit.
This is what he was like, if you leave your Christmas decorations up beyond Epiphany, the 6th of January, remember that one, kids, then you have to leave it up till Easter.
What ways can you take down your tree? Like, what's the most festive way of doing it?
I would get a can of deodorant.
Oh.
And a match.
And a match.
Or a lighter.
Or a lighter.
They're dangerous, though. They could explode.
Yeah, be safe with matches, kid.
Yeah, if you're going to be flammabling...
Specific, singular kid.
You're going to... The one child kid that's listening to this.
The one kid that's going to be a statistic this year.
When he burns down his tree on January the 6th. Good. Yeah, I'm going to set fire to that Christmas tree.
Oh.
We've got two in our house. We have a real one in the front room, which is very, very sweet, short and nice on the window ledge. And then we have a big plastic one that goes up every year. Not this year.
Not this year.
This year it's going to be melted on down.
Oh, yeah.
Into like a Christmas disc.
Well, you could send that melted Christmas disc over to the Coca-Cola Company. They could make a fresh festive bottle out of it.
I'd love that. That's recycling in action. Thank you, Coca-Cola Company.
Thank you, Coca-Cola Company, for burning plastic
into new plastic.
I suppose that's how it's probably not how it works.
I don't know a lot about chemistry.
Yeah. Podkrabs episode 4. The gang talks about recycling.
So yeah, we're two rosy and ready boys.
Yeah,
we're in the Christmas spirit. Jim, you have one stray hair, and now you're perfect.
Oh, thanks.
For
the purpose of the tape, Adam moved one of the hairs from my hat.
No, he looks beautiful.
Thanks.
Before he was horrific.
You look good anyway.
I never look good.
You do. You're a beautiful boy.
I put a hat on today because my hair's a mess. But that's just every day in winter.
Yeah.
So
also, first part of the podcast.
Hooray! Yeah. I'll drink to that. Oh, I get these delicious Coca-Cola Company
Thank
drinks.
you, Coca-Cola Company.
Oh, don't want to burp. I can't.
Don't force it.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Not force it. Ow. Cool. That was legitimately an issue. I can't get the lid back on as well. So
yeah, you're shaking from all the adrenaline and nearly sort of reverse choking.
The burp was there. The circle of air in my throat appeared.
The orb of gas.
It made its Christmas appearance.
and then departed.
Yeah.
Just like Santa.
And it took a mince pie. Wasn't a fan. They're mine.
Gross.
Yeah. Hey, You leave off.
Yeah, we play both sides. You are the for Christmas pies
I'm all
and
for
pudding.
Christmas. I'm all for Christmas food.
I love Christmas food.
It's got nuts in, you fuckers.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, so on this festive edition, we've actually got we're going to have some jingle bells. Stick them in the background. If you don't like that, tough. We've got some questions.
We've got questions
from our friends, our pod friends.
Hello, pod friends.
Ahoy! Hope you've got your Christmas bolo ties on. There's people faffing about outside.
Bye.
Okay, so we have like, I don't know how to sort of grade the questions for this one because we have a variety and we have a special celebrity question.
So is this the Christmas variety hour plus?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I think so. But yeah, the special celebrity question, I think I'll leave second to last.
Okay. I don't know. What me and Adam do is Adam sort of gets all of it, and then I'm not prepared for any of it.
Which is a treat.
Yeah.
Because then there's an element of surprise to what we're doing here. There's a man in another room who's just brought a keyboard in, and he's sort of nodding at us through the...
It's a lovely M Audio key station.
That looks nice.
Good
we could do a lot with that. He is watching us and nodding, perplexed. He can't hear us though.
He probably can.
Maybe.
Slightly.
Yeah.
But Merry Christmas to him.
Merry Christmas to you, sir, unless you don't celebrate that.
Or Kwanzaa.
Of course.
Yeah, questions.
Yeah, so the first one comes from your boy Todd Webb.
Your boy Todd Webb?
Yeah, our sweet, sweet man Todd Webb.
Ted. Hi, Ted. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. He's asked us... This is a very sweet question, actually. We've mentioned previously on the podcast, and he enjoyed us talking about Hugh Neutron.
Oh, yeah. My favourite Nickelodeon dad.
Exactly. And that's the topic of this question is dads.
Oh, okay.
Because we love dads, and he wants to know, who's our favourite Disney dad?
Who's our favourite Disney dad?
And he says that can include Pixar. Which excludes Andy's dad, because he was never present. Shameful.
And that's the moral of the story, kids.
That's like, I'm sure there's a film theory about Toy Story, and that guy's going to see that. Getting rid of that. I'm sure there's a film theory somewhere about how Andy's dad's never present in Pixar and actually is like embedded into Woody's soul or something. But that's not what this podcast's all about.
No, it's not. We're about the merry side of Christmas and dads.
Yeah, and discussing sweet, sweet dads that we'd like to nestle up to by the fireplace this Christmas.
Now, I'm struggling to think of dads. You know when everybody knows the feeling when you get a question, you're just not prepared for it.
Yeah, which maybe our formula of you not knowing.
Yeah, because I could have done some background research on some Disney dads.
That's true.
But
I mean, you've got a wealth of options here, because especially if we include Pixar, you do have Marlon from Finding Nemo, who
no,
okay, no. Well that's him off the that's him squared away.
Don't. I'm not a big appreciator of Finding Nemo.
No, it's not my favorite film.
Wait, does Lightning McQueen have a dad?
Nobody might.
Oh.
We've talked about Cars 3. What if his dad comes in?
Maybe that's it. Maybe the story for Cars 3 is Lightning McQueen crashes in a disaster crash
into his dad.
And they're sat side by side in car hospital, which I guess is a garage.
Or maybe Lightning McQueen has a crash and no longer is able to use like his car kidney. I don't know what I don't know what part of the engine the car kidney would be. Is there a part that...
I suppose it would be an oil or fuel filter of sorts.
So his car dad needs a new fuel belt. And Lightning McQueen doesn't need his anymore because of the accident.
The fuel belt.
Is that a thing?
No.
Okay, cool. I completely misheard you there. Not a carboy.
That's fine.
And maybe his dad's like, Lightning, I'm dying. We're both dying right now.
They can't say dying, it's Disney.
I'm sorry, Lightning, I'm going to break down. I'm going to need you to call the AA and get them to do a transfusion of our fuel tanks somehow. Because... Sorry, we had to do a tactical bottle maneuver.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, I can't reach my Coke brand product. So yeah, what if the car dad needs Lightning McQueen to survive, or vice versa?
Well,
he's his only blood relative. If Lightning McQueen crashes, they're gonna need to get...
Do we not know whether Lightning McQueen has brothers or sisters? Because they would use that.
Exactly. What if it's like that one episode of The Simpsons where like Lightning McQueen meets his father and he's like, "Oh, don't you know, Lightning? We got a whole family of cars that are just like you. but different, and they all look like Lightning McQueen, but one's a doctor, one's like...
One jumps in front of cars for insurance purposes.
And then one's a woman.
That's successful.
Yeah. And that's the real lightning strike of inspiration. Anyway, so Disney dads.
Yeah.
My personal favourite, and I've said this for a long time, would have to be Tarzan's dad.
What, Tarzan with facial hair?
Yeah. Right. I know Kerchak is a great father to Tarzan, but he's not his real dad.
Yeah.
And as much as I love that mighty ape Kerchak, and his strong, billowing chest, like, Tarzan's dad, that look he gives in the first 2 minutes of that film, just before he's killed by a tiger.
Yes.
Sorry, leopard. Is the sweetest look. If I could have a dad who would look at me with the look that Tarzan's dad looks for just that 1 second before Saber the leopard rips him apart, that would probably fulfill my life, I think. Also, those mutton chops go for days.
Yeah, he's got a strong mutton game.
He does.
Like, his face is covered in sheep.
And also, he built that sweet ass house in the jungle.
He did, yeah. He's a good carpenter, which is a good trait in any dad.
Exactly. So, Jesus, thinking of this Christmassy time.
Yeah.
Jesus was raised by a carpenter.
I thought Jesus was a carpenter. My knowledge of this is very slim.
So Joseph was a carpenter. And Jesus and Tarzan are very much the same in this way.
Every day.
So yeah, Tarzan was raised by a gorilla.
I'd say a gorilla. I might be the flip side to this. I'm gonna say Kerchak.
Kerchak is pretty cool. I do love Kerchak.
I'm on the side that
you're in Team Kerchak.
I'm hashtag Team Kerchak.
He was mean though.
Sorry, I had a lot of phlegm in my throat just then.
I'm
not gonna go with Kerchak.
No,
because there are better Disney dads.
I think we can get into this a little bit more. Then there's meat and potatoes to this one that I like.
Oh, good. And they are the staple to any Christmas dinner.
Yeah, but Kerchak is very much the Joseph to the Tarzan's Jesus. He raised him a gorilla.
Carry on, sorry.
It's okay. He raised him as a gorilla, and hence Tarzan just thought he was one of us, a gorilla.
A gorilla.
Whereas Jesus thought he was a carpenter, just like the rest of us. When actually both of them were spawn of God.
Yes.
AKA Tarzan's dad.
Tarzan's dad.
And if the Christian or Catholic faith allows God to have an image, I would assume it would be Tarzan's dad, because he's just so handsome.
I suppose, yeah, he is a devilishly
strong, stoic, handsome man.
He is a handsome boy. Well, I mean, what other options can I be presented with here? Okay, I'm not as an animator. I should know Disney,
and shame on you for not.
And shame on me for not. I'm just not an attentive person by nature.
Well, that's true. And Disney fathers, let's give them. They don't get their fair share of screen time.
No, they don't.
But is Maurice? Yeah.
From
crazy old Maurice?
From Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, he's absolutely Belle's father because she doesn't fucking shut up about it.
Yeah.
So he's a pretty good candidate. Because
he's a bambling.
He's a bambling old fool.
He's a bambling old fool.
Yeah.
And I do like that in a dad. So I'm gonna name you some criteria that I want checked for Disney dads.
I'm gonna make notes on this because
I
know my Disney dads.
So I want them to be funny.
Funny.
I want them to be attractive. I want a good looking dad.
Oh yeah.
So I know where my good looks came from. What else do I want?
We're immediately ruling out King Triton here.
Yeah, but
he's not funny at all, apart from maybe when he turns into a worm at the end of the film.
This is true.
Spoilers.
He's got a good beard game.
He does have a great beard game. That does tick the attractive criteria.
Okay. Good tick.
Yes, thank you.
What else do I want?
You want a funny, attractive father.
A funny, attractive father that's loving.
Loving, I like that.
Oh, I'm so gassy.
It's good.
Tis
the season.
Tis the season to be gassy. And you know what? I'm pretty good with those three.
You're pretty good with those three. Okay, so this is going to be really hard because Disney are really shit at writing dads. Disney, if you're listening to
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Okay, I'll remember that. Disney, if you are listening to this, sort your fucking dad game out.
Sorry.
I need better dads in my films. In fact, I would love a film that's exclusively about dads that isn't Finding Nemo.
Maybe they could do like a sub-brand called Dadney.
Dadney would be great.
Yeah, like. Well, they did like the Disney Toons channel, didn't they?
Yeah.
They can do the Disney Dads channel.
Which would be incredible. I am thinking as well, like, I know when Todd asked this, he probably was thinking about Disney films, but there is also, like, the Proud Family. Remember them?
I do like the Proud Family.
The Proud Family's father, don't know his name.
No.
Couldn't tell you for the life of me.
Hugh Proud.
Hugh Proud. Just like Hugh Neutron.
Just like Hugh Neutron.
Hugh Proud was a great father.
Yes. He was a funny father.
Yeah.
He was a good-looking father.
He was a good-looking father.
And I know where my good looks came from.
Exactly. You look just like Hugh Proud.
Thank you.
The white Hugh Proud.
And I would definitely say he's loving.
Well, he was proud of his family.
Yeah. It's almost like that's why it's his last name.
It's bizarre. And was he proud of that crazy old lady, though? Was that his mother or his mother-in-law?
I think that was his mother-in-law, and I think that was the shtick.
I think, because I was going to say that seems like a very shticky thing to do.
Yeah.
She was whack. Like, she did some crazy stuff. I don't remember much of it, but I remember freaking out when I saw her on TV. I was like, old people don't do that.
What about the dad from Phineas and Ferb?
I don't really... Okay, confession. I haven't really watched a lot of Phineas and Ferb.
Mate, you're missing out. Phineas and Ferb is actually really good.
I probably am. I'll maybe watch it one day.
Yeah.
Especially now that it's over and, like, there's less for me to consume.
God rest its soul.
We should get that on a bounce pad.
Yeah. Go, 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 go.
Oh, tight. God rest its soul.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, okay. I don't know that much about Phineas and Ferb's father, so I'm not gonna be able to.
No, that's fine.
I mean, that could be your choice, but I couldn't.
No, let's go. Let's delve further.
Cool. Okay, so Hugh inverted commas proud. I like that if you did become his son, you'd join the Proud Pride, which would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I see you've brought up a list of...
I have brought up a list because I feel like I'm
dads.
struggling a bit on this.
It's good, and there's some here that I'd completely forgotten about as well. So
we're on a website.
We're on the Disney official blog for parenting.
It's Disney Baby.
Yeah, DisneyBaby.com.
Krishan Briscoe published an article called 13 Disney Dads and What Makes Them Great Fathers. So we're just going to skip straight through that. The first option I'm presented here is Señor Incredible. Yeah, nice. I'm a big fan of The Incredibles.
Yeah, that's a good film.
He's a good dad. I love The Incredibles. King Fergus is a good option.
He's voiced by Billy Connolly.
Yeah.
Can you imagine waking up every morning to be like, I'm a child? That'd be incredible. Like, you'd be dead by the age of 3, like just a heart attack.
Oh, see another one.
Ooh, Abraham DeLacy, Giuseppe Casey, Thomas O'Malley, the Alley Cat.
Yeah, I will say right. Okay, next to Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
Which is just Treasure Island, but Treasure Planet, The Aristocats is my second favorite Disney film.
Oh,
I really
that's a shock to me.
Honestly, I love The Aristocats.
It's a good film.
It's such a good film.
I would say.
And Thomas O'Malley the Alley Cat.
Yeah.
Is a but I can't be fathered by a cat. That's just weird and illegal.
You know what really sucks about this is he wasn't actually like that.
No, this is this is the Kerchak territory again.
Yeah, he's very much a Kerchak in this situation.
And then finally Geppetto,
who's not really a father,
more like a creator, which I suppose
I'd be afraid if Geppetto was my father.
You know what? It's a close call between Mr. Incredible and King Fergus.
Okay,
I'm a big fan of Billy Connolly.
He's pretty cool,
but I'm also a big fan of The Incredibles.
Yeah, and Bob Parr is a good father. Terrible father, really, because like he nearly got his whole family killed. Yeah, but
I think every good father that happens once, and I can give you an example of that happening nearly once in my family. yeah. Didn't expect that.
I mean, I kind of did.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, long story short, a man turned up at our house threatening to rip it down with a digger.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it didn't happen, obviously. But yeah, I also got used as a bargaining chip to put in a level crossing by our house. My family knew.
Yeah.
I was meant to speak. I don't think I spoke at any one of those occasions.
You could have been a road. This podcast could have been me talking to a level crossing.
Yeah.
That would have been awkward.
Yeah.
Because I'd be going for it, and then
it wouldn't be just any crossing.
Bing. It'd be horrible.
Yeah,
sound quite peaking all the time. I mean,
constantly. I mean, that probably was a pretty good. Yeah. That was. I mean, that's pretty smooth. But
waveforms there. We'd have some horrible waveforms if you were trained.
Yeah.
So,
you know what? I am going to go for Señor Incredible.
I like that you've
gone from Spanish to French. Yeah.
Pretty nice. So sweet.
Monsieur Incredible.
That's good. Because I was going to say, if you were going to go with like the Abraham DeLacy, Giuseppe Casey, Thomas O'Malley, the Alley Cat, you could have also gone with Long John Silver, because he's also not a father.
He's a father figure, but yeah, he also conned his quote unquote son.
That's true.
But
he did also leave him a boat full of treasure.
That's also true. And as a son, as a shallow person in general, I feel like that would be enough.
Yeah.
But again, this is the Kerchak territory.
Yeah, we have to go with real fathers.
Yeah.
Because like until Disney Dads kicks off and we get our sub-channel Disney Stepdads, then like I don't think there's much legs in this one.
Oh, all right. So I am Todd. To answer your question, my favorite Disney dad is Bob Parr, Mr. Incredible.
I like it.
Yes.
You're a blonde boy as well.
I am a blonde boy, and I can go really fast.
You can't go fast.
I can't go fast at all. It hurts. It hurts me to go slow.
I beat him in a running race.
Yeah, he did. Adam beat me on the Great Thought Bubble foot race of 2016. I'll win next year.
Will you? It's on my birthday next year.
Yeah.
They've like moved it way early.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Let's buy some tickets.
We should. But that aside, personal planning aside, yeah, The Incredibles. Okay, so you're The Incredibles, and I've gone with Tarzan's dad.
I think now let's put them into battle. Well, like minus the fact that yours is dead.
Yeah, well, that was the thing I was going to say, is that I'm a little bit concerned that mine's now an absentee father.
Well, you know what you need?
What?
You need a stepfather.
I do need a
and you have just been presented with such a good selection of potential stepfathers.
This is true. Do I have to pick one of the 13? Because like so far off this list, crazy old Maurice is like really speaking to me. But then also Pongo from 101 Dalmatians.
Well,
like I do like Roger. He's a pretty good human.
Are you suggesting that if you got Pongo, then you would get Roger?
I think. Well, I'm concerned that I'd become one of the 101 Dalmatians.
Well, you would be the 104th, wouldn't you?
I suppose so. Yeah. Spot's second big adventure. His human
Spot's
brother.
Got a kid.
You haven't seen Inside Out, have you?
No, not yet.
The dad in that is pretty good. Like the runaway star of that film is the dad for certain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how about I'll watch it and then I'll get back to you.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Inside Out at some point. I'm gonna pretend I'll make a note about that.
He's made a note about it.
I scratched a mark on this paper. Oh, nice. That was the sound of my really, really squeaky pen.
It's a very squeaky pen.
Awful. So yeah, that's Disney Dads. Todd, happy Christmas. We answered your question.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so
I really hope that doesn't just put out dead air.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Okay, so next we have our good buddy Joe. That's Aethervision.
Hi, Joe.
Sweet Aethervision.
Again, you're becoming like a regular spot here.
I think he may become like the #1 Podkrab
commenter.
Friend.
Ding 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 ding.
Pod friend.
He gets the award for commenting on every minus the first one. No, he doesn't then.
Yeah, fuck you, Joe.
Yeah, fuck you, Joe.
Okay, so he's asked us 2 questions, and one of them I'm saving for the end because that's a meat. I thought the Disney Dads one was pretty meaty.
It got some chatter out of it.
Joe's second question is very, very meaty too. He actually asks 3 questions.
That's selfish, Joe.
Dang it, Joe. I mean, please ask more, but
dang it, Joe.
Dang it. So firstly, he says, who else hates Sting?
What you mean? Singer?
Gordon Sumner. Of Stinge and the Police.
Stinge and the Police.
Yeah.
Who I would assume the police hate him.
Yeah, I think so.
I would assume that the police hate him.
Well, I would assume that the whole band is hated by the Metropolitan Police.
Yes.
Because impersonating an officer
is illegal.
A federal offence.
Yes, and they all need to be brought to justice for that.
Yeah.
I would imagine that Sting hates Sting.
I should hope so. I'd hate me if I brought Soul Cake out.
Soul Cake.
Soul Cake.
Oh,
nice. We should do a remix. The official Podkrabs Soul Cake remix. And we'll see.
We would get so shut down. And you know what? I'd be totally okay with that.
I'd be Soul Cake. I'd contest that in court.
That would be our defense. We'd just go Soul Cake.
Just sing the song at him again.
Yeah. Not at him, at the judge.
Yeah. And then when the bailiff comes by, we can sing Don't Stand So Close to Me. And they'll be like, you funny, funny boys.
you should make a podcast. Whilst they're taking away our microphone.
Yeah.
And my laptop.
That will be seized.
Which is all we use.
When Dave Benson Phillips tells us to cease and desist. So yeah, I think this slightly came about because I did mention to Joe that you do hate Sting.
I do hate Sting.
Would you like to elaborate as to why you hate Sting?
I'm just not a big fan, you know?
You're not a big fan?
I mean, he's named after a wasp's ass.
That is a big issue.
Which is a big issue. It's also a stolen bit. I apologise to whoever said that first.
Awful.
I'm just not keen. I don't get me wrong. I can listen to the Police.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to.
Sometimes I have to, or else I'll get shot.
Yeah.
But Sting himself,
I can see that look in your eyes. That tells me he's not worth your time.
He's not worth my time. He's not worth
your trouble.
No, he's not worth my time.
Did he have a bit in Live Aid?
Probably.
Because it sounds like the sort of bollocks he'd do.
We could Google it, but it's not worth our time.
No, exactly.
Or your time.
Nope.
The listener.
So, keeping it festive, he probably had a bit in Live Aid, the bastard.
Bastard.
Get your taxes cut for that one. Some charity work. See, my runaway member of Sting and the Police was Stuart Copeland.
Stuart Copeland?
The drummer.
The drummer.
Because he did the Spyro the Dragon soundtrack.
Yeah!
Which is fucking cracking.
Yeah.
Good boy. Well done, Stuart. I think you were in the Police.
Imagine having that on your resume. Oh, you used to be in Sting. You did the soundtrack for Spyro the fucking Dragon.
Brilliant time. Those ambient bings and bongs.
Yeah.
I love the Spyro the Dragon.
Very kinetic.
Soundtrack. Yeah. It's a great time.
It's a good time.
If the PlayStation 1 had a good game come out of it, it was definitely Spyro the Dragon.
Tony Hawk's?
Maybe. I think Tony Hawk's
Matt Hoffman. Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX. That was a sick game.
I never played that game.
Tokka. I'm gonna name so many just sports games.
I love it. I'm gonna be so confused.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna name them now. We'll save that for another episode.
Sweet. What, the PlayStation 1
Variety
Hour. I like it.
Or their lack of.
Yeah. So yeah, Spyro the Dragon definitely makes Sting the least favorable member of the Police. Really.
Yeah. Are you saying Spyro the Dragon has a problem with Sting?
I assume so.
Just exclusively Spyro as a person.
I think Spyro would be on Stuart Copeland's side.
Yeah. And what about the other one? Was it Ember? Ember the...
Oh, mate, Cinder the Dragon.
Cinder, that's it.
That bad boy.
Yeah.
He was too evil for me.
Too evil. He'd be with Sting.
He'd be on Sting's.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fair.
No.
Well, it would be fair, but we're not going to give Sting a chance here.
Exactly. And Spyro always won anyway, because I was rooting for that little purple boy.
Does this mean,
yeah,
since we've talked about Sting,
yeah,
we can use a picture of Sting screaming for the...
Maybe, but I think there's another question here that might lead to a better option.
Okay.
Yeah, in case you're a regular listener, you may have noticed that the thumbnails for these episodes have very quickly became screaming photos of
celebrities that we've talked about.
Concerned celebrities. So I'm trying to keep that theme running.
And we're going to, as much as we can.
I've got a couple of perfect options for this one, really. Sting is a surprise guest.
Ooh,
I didn't notice.
I suppose we'll have to wait for the next one.
And there's a couple more. Okay, so Joe's next question. He says, also, is Amelie worth watching? Because the lead actress looks a little bit creepy, and he doesn't want it to be a surprise horror film. Now, Joe, I love you, and I love film. I don't really know where to. Audrey Tauto's a beautiful lady.
All right,
let's be nice here.
I haven't seen Amelie.
You haven't seen Amelie.
I am Joe in this situation.
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
So you've seen the poster for Amelie, yes?
I'm
gonna get you to Google that one because for visual reference at home, just have a quick Google for Amelie's poster. And I'm talking specifically of Audrey Tauto's face.
Oh yeah, that is.
It's a little bit intense.
It's a little bit intense, but I think that's down to the color balance more than anything. I'd say otherwise, it's a beautifully composed poster.
It's a very nice poster. I'd say an iconic poster. Even.
Yeah,
and let's not forget that it's also one of the breakout films of modern European cinema. And I think they have a completely different sensibility to filmmaking that we do.
Yeah.
Anyway, Joe, that bob haircut is to die for. That Audrey Tauto's spotting here. And I think you should not let her sinister glare, if you could call it that.
I'm just going to... I'm for the purpose of the tape, I'm enhancing the image of the...
zoomed in on Audrey Tauto's face quite a considerable amount.
She's got pretty big... She's got pretty big pupils.
Yeah, I think the color grading on this poster is a little bit...
Yeah.
A little bit off.
But, otherwise, I think, Joe, you're going to get... And I say this because I'm a massive wimp that doesn't enjoy horror films to any degree.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you've got a resounding safe from the gyms. I'm terrified of horror films, so I'll only watch them if I've been told that they're not scary.
Okay, well, this is cool. Here's the real trick here. Amelie's not a horror film at all.
Whoa!
It's a beautiful romance film.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, she's a sweet little girl.
Starring Audrey Tautou and Matthew Kusovitz.
Nice. That doesn't sound like a French name.
No.
But yeah, beautiful romance film about a little girl who helps people out and realizes that maybe she too needs help.
Aww.
In this tough wide world. It's also very quaint. I think you'd like it, Joe. And probably you at home. Why not all go and watch Amélie this Christmas?
It won't be in any cinemas.
It's not at all in a cinema. Find it on a DVD. Go to your local video van.
Van?
We used to have the video van come round to our house, and that was actually the first... That was the first time I watched Amélie. It was my mum got it out of the video van.
Oh.
Then one day the van just stopped coming, and we still have
we
still have a broken copy of Space Jam on VHS.
Fuck.
That we could never get back to them.
I don't think that's much of a problem.
No, not really.
Come on, it's slow.
I mean, that's the only good thing that came out of Space Jam.
Does it just loop on that?
It doesn't play at all.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
What I like about that copy of Space Jam is that someone obviously watched it too much for it to not ever work again.
And then they gave it back after they thought, maybe this isn't as good as I thought it was.
Yeah, so more fool them. Anyway, Amélie, I'd give it a 4 out of 5 stars.
I thought you were going to say 10 there.
4 out of 10 stars.
Oh, no.
I give that a solid 90%. It's a nice film. It's a pleasant film. Good soundtrack. I used to know someone whose uncle wrote the soundtrack or something. I don't know.
Famous connections.
Vaguely famous connections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, you're all good.
It's not a horror.
Watch it.
And
then I might.
There's a boob in it as well at one point. You boys are into that. So don't watch it with your kids.
Don't know. It's not suitable.
Unless you're French. French kids can see
in which case, that's cool. Yeah.
If you go down a supermarket aisle in France, there's tits everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, they don't censor their mags.
They
sell a lot of them. So
funny that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Joe's questions covered. Apart from
the
doozy question. Now, I want to get into this celebrity question. We have a special celebrity question I teased at the head of the top of the show.
And on our walk on the way down here.
Yeah, and Jim's been waiting in excitement.
I am so hyped.
Now, the question wasn't...
For our A-list celebrity question.
Yeah, A-list is the word for it.
Oh.
Now, this wasn't actually sent to us by the celebrity.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was recommended to us by Todd. But I think it's a top-notch question.
Is it about Fast and Furious?
No.
Thank God.
Sorry, don't worry about it.
No, I don't want it to be.
We're not talking about fate.
I will... Can I make just a passing statement about Fast and Furious? Does it come across to you that they're sort of doing it the same way they did the Carry On films now?
Oh, that would be a treat, though. That'd be so funny.
Carry On.
Is it true that they're bringing Paul Walker's character back?
I don't care.
I like that it's called Fate. Like F8. That's clever.
No, it's not.
Sure it is.
No, it's not.
It's way smart. It's like the ridiculous 6.
Why didn't they just call it the Ridiculous? Ridiculous.
Oh, I like that one. Adam Sandler's Ridiculous. It's got a real ring to it.
He'll make it.
Oh, I hope people still remember that film and never forget.
Never forget.
Okay, I mean, to be fair, you did bring up Cars, and the celebrity in question, whose question was recommended to us, and he posted this on Twitter in an open...
So is this our answer to his open forum?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the celebrity in question, you mentioned Cars, and they are someone who likes to go fast, both in their real life and in their film Racing Stripes. They were a key star. That's right.
Tobey Maguire?
No. Not Little Tub at all. Frankie Muniz. Frankie Muniz.
He's a good lad.
Angry ugly man, Frankie Muniz.
I don't think he's...
He's a very ugly boy.
He looks sinister.
Time has not been kind to
He
Frankie
could go on the
face.
poster to Amélie. And to be fair, he spends most of his life crushed up in a racing helmet now.
I guess
so and I will say, based on David Coulthard...
Yeah. He's got a head like a fucking thumb.
It's more like a rectangle.
I guess.
But like racing helmets don't do good things to your face. Even wearing them for a limited time, it does not do good things.
Well, the NASCAR life hasn't been nice to Frankie Muniz.
No, it has not.
And in return, Frankie Muniz hasn't really been nice to life. He's 31 now.
Is he?
Malcolm in the middle age, am I right? Can I get some... Yes! To prefix this, I looked this up to see if I could like copy down the original tweet for my notes. And the tweet before it was like, I'm 31 years old now. I'm old enough to be most of my followers' dads. And I was like, Frankie, anyone who did follow you was probably only ever interested in like Agent Cody Banks. So they're probably 20 as well. So unless he had like a really powerful nutsack when he was 10 years old, I don't think he's anyone's father on his Twitter feed. Sorry, that was a mild digression. Agent Cody Banks asks. Frankie Muniz himself.
Zebra himself.
Chester McBadbat from Fairly Odd Parents asks. Is there anything more annoying than an automatic sync that doesn't automatic?
What? Oh no, hang on. So is this Zebra talking about the ones the envision this with your hands, kids?
Yeah.
When you've used the toilet facilities at, let's say, in a pits,
yes,
at your local NASCAR track.
Of course, yeah. Because you don't want to get oil on the.
You don't want to get oil.
Tap.
It's horrible.
Mm.
So is this when you place your hand simply under the tap and it doesn't tap?
I think so. Well, see, this is my issue with this question. He says automatic sync, but I don't really know what function a sink serves.
Well, surely a sink automatically gets rid of the water.
But, like, is that the issue that he's got? Because then he's just got a clogged drain.
Okay, Zebra.
Frankie.
You're going to have to be a little bit more specific about this.
And Frankie, I know you listen. You have the potential to listen to this, Frankie. You're not like Dave Benson.
And do
Phillips.
you know how much I would enjoy it if Frankie Muniz? I would love Frankie Muniz to listen to this.
If he could come on the show.
Fly over from Dallas, the home of NASCAR.
I know he just ragged on you and your ugly fucking face.
Yeah, but you're a good sport.
You're a sweet man. I love Malcolm in the Middle. It's genuinely one of my
I think collectively one of our favourite shows.
But like, yeah, I don't really know what an automatic sync is, Frankie. The tap's the one that you might have an issue with here, mate.
Yeah. So the problem you're having here, to put it mechanically, is the faucet.
Yeah.
Not the sink. They're two completely separate entities that live together in harmony, or in this case, not.
Yeah. But, so we're real sorry you're having an issue, and I hope as of like 7 hours ago when you tweeted that you've since been able to wash your hands.
If you haven't, you probably want to put some gloves on or something, and then burn the gloves after, because that's very unhygienic.
Exactly, Frankie.
And while you're burning the gloves, why not burn your plastic Christmas tree?
That's a good idea. Why not get a match and some deodorant and just set fire to that and send it right on over to the Coca-Cola company?
And they will make a fresh new bottle.
Nice.
Yeah, of Coke Vanilla or Coke Life.
Coke Life. Good. So yeah, that was the special celebrity segment of the Podkrabs.
I actually got my hopes up, and I thought that somebody that was slightly over our current.
Are you saying we're better than Frankie Muniz?
Yeah. Nah, he's a good boy. He's got more of a career than I'll ever have.
But, yeah, maybe. What else was he in? He was in Big Fat Liar. He knows Paul Giamatti. I'm envious.
Yeah.
So, props to you.
Yo, Frankie, if you are listening, throw Paul Giamatti a fresh howdy do from us.
Get him on the horn. I would love Paul Giamatti to be on the show, and if you can arrange that for me, Frankie, I would really appreciate that. Cheers. Thanks very much, Frankie.
We love you. Right, that's the Frankie Muniz segment over.
That's the Racing Stripes part of the podcast down. I'm going to take a sweet sip of my
Coke
non-sponsored Coke Life. Pretty good. I would like to remind you all, if you do have a question, please hit us up. That's ADM_punk on Twitter or
at Evil General Food. Don't forget that you could also hashtag Podkrabs.
That's true. We will be checking the Podkrabs hashtag.
That's also crabs with a K.
Yeah, we're cool.
Yeah, and dyslexic.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can do that if you want.
Because I like that's a friendly reminder, because we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of like these questions right now.
Is this it?
We have looked at this we've both looked at this question before. We were both at a party, a Christmas party. So there was laugh-a-hole going around.
Yes.
And we were having a laugh.
We were having a laugh. It was good fun.
So Joe did ask his third question. if we could make one episode of The Twilight Zone, which is a great hobby of mine.
Yes.
What would it be? But the stipulation is, it has to star Kevin James.
I don't like that.
Yes,
no.
You do. Yes, you do. It's Paul Blart Mall Cop himself. Like, if you had to make an episode of The Twilight Zone, and like,
I would kill to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But I would also kill Kevin James.
Yeah.
I will go on active media and I will state that I will... No, I won't. Well, he'd probably do way more damage to me.
I don't know. I mean...
And he'd do it in some form of buffiness way.
Are you saying that he'd, like, bring the boom?
I'm saying he'd run me over with a Segway.
He'd fill himself with sugar from, like, a child's lollipop that he'd stolen comedically.
Yeah. Or some form of boiled sweet he found on the floor.
Yeah. Have I ever told you the time that Todd and I watched Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 with the, like, audio description on?
No.
Which is a real treat. There's a part in the film where he needs some sugar inside him to become Banana Man again.
Okay.
And the only source of sugar around is a child on their parents' back holding an ice cream that's dripping, and Paul Blart has to catch it in his mouth without the parents noticing.
I can imagine this is a very tense part.
It's a very awkward,
of a very well-written film.
Yes, absolutely. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is a real treat. Take your friends, take your family to cinema for that one.
Yep.
Which I also did watch in the cinema. But yeah, having a very well pronounced British man from the agency for blind people read to me the description of Paul Blart lies on the floor, wriggling to catch the ice cream dripping from the child's cone, is like a real treat. Like, absolutely something you should do this Christmas.
I won't watch, I'll listen.
Yeah. It's like blindfold the whole family and slap in Paul
As
Blart
I do every year.
Slap in Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
And while they're shouting and screaming, what the hell is happening?
They bind them to the chairs as well.
Yeah. Because we don't want them to get away or anything.
They're blindfolded. If they fall over, that's going to be really embarrassing.
As part of the festive fun.
Paul Blart.
I'll burn the tree while we're there.
Paul Blart will be doing all of the falling.
Oh,
yeah. You'll be told it by the man with the nice voice. So, yeah.
I don't like Kevin James. No. I don't know whether you gathered that.
Can we establish that neither of us like Kevin James?
No, you're not funny.
He's absolutely not. What's the best film he's been in? Good answer.
He was in King of Queens.
That was an okay series. The first series, I would even go as far as to say it was all right. Wow, that's a shining.
Yeah, from me.
That's yeah.
Like, it was okay. Why the fuck did he go further than that?
I mean, he's Adam Sandler's friend.
I don't care.
They have to be in. He has to take him on holiday every year and get paid for it by Sony or Netflix now.
Yeah, Netflix now. Yeah.
Although he hasn't been in one of his Netflix films yet. He wasn't in...
Oh, they're saving it. I know.
He wasn't in Ridiculous, and he wasn't in the Duva Boys of Pimento.
The Duva. Oh, I forgot I watched that. I forgot I watched the Duva.
Isn't that the response to every Kevin James... Well, Adam Sandler?
What? Oh, I forgot I watched that.
Yeah. Sorry, Happy Madison. He's one of the Happy Madison brand children.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
So you didn't like Zookeeper?
No.
You didn't like Pixels?
I didn't watch Pixels.
That's another one that I saw 4 times in the cinema.
You did that to yourself.
Yep. Well, I did it to other people.
You know, it's healthier to find a vein and do the appropriate activity after that.
Do a bunch of heroin.
Yeah, do a whole bunch of brown.
Just hit up.
Yeah, it's healthier to do that than to consume that media. And I sooner would.
Oh, wow.
I fucking detest him, man.
The reason I went to see Pixels 4 times in the cinema was because I wanted to...
Because you couldn't find any heroin.
Yeah. No, I wanted to, like, take people and put them through it.
Oh, in the same way that I do for Tim and Eric's $1 Billion Movie.
No, because you like... Tim and Eric's $1 Billion Movie is, like, actually funny if you're in the right mindset.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, Pixels was just, like... My friends were like, Adam, are you okay? You've been going on about this film. And... I was like, come and watch it. Just come and see Adam Sandler shout at Donkey Kong.
How much money did you personally put in Adam Sandler's pocket?
I mean, I paid for everyone's ticket that saw it with me, so... like, at least 25 quid.
Oh, he's going to spend that on some Dotty hierarchs.
Oh no.
Which were the only good part of the Duva.
Yeah, those sneakers, that product placement was pretty good.
They were nice shoes, man.
They were nice.
And they were attached to the only good character.
Who died.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rip. That guy.
Spoilers for the Duva.
Oh, no. Don't worry, there'll be a second one.
Yeah, and then Jim can cry at the end of that one as well.
Yeah. I didn't cry!
But Kevin James, we're getting off topic here. You know, you're watching The Twilight Zone. Rod Serling...
No, come on. You're watching The Twilight Zone.
Exactly. Like, Rod Serling has stepped out and told you about the gap in man's comprehension of the universe. In that zone, the Twilight Zone.
So you're saying at these points, in this show, I can do nothing. The whole
You've gone
concept,
through the scary door.
I've gone through the scary door.
Yeah.
Like, I can do anything I want for this show.
Yeah.
But it's got to have Kevin James.
It's got to feature Kevin James. And what I like about this is that potentially it could be about Kevin James within the fiction itself.
Could it be his career?
Possibly. I mean, that is a Twilight Zone.
You're looking at.
Well, here's the start point for you, Jim. Portrait of a man. I want you to paint me that portrait of a man.
I'm gonna need some space.
He's gonna need. You're gonna need a few canvases.
You're gonna need a few canvases. I'm beyond fat jokes. I don't mean that.
Really, Kevin James isn't.
So. Oh yeah, fair point. Fact falls down. Okay. All right. So, portrait of a man.
Yeah.
All right. So, can we explain the Twilight Zone just in case people haven't listened to it?
Okay, so the Twilight Zone may get weird. It's like a compendium of stories and ideas. Highly recommend it. Was it the 50s when the first series came out?
And then stopped.
And it came out again in the 80s. And they were okay. Some of them were remakes. But each one's like a unique story, and it's usually
like Black Mirror.
Yeah, like Black Mirror for you millennials. And there's us millennials.
Us millennials.
And there's always like a twist to them. Like, I think one of the most famous ones is like Burgess Meredith is the man who wanted to read all of the books in the world, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're so useless. You're never doing anything except for reading." And he's like, "I wish I could read all the while."
And then he broke his glasses.
Well, that's the thing. The world blows up, and he's like, "Suddenly I have all of the time to read." And he sits down, cracks open a book, reaches for his glasses. Bollocks! He sat on them. You fucking clown.
All right. In lieu of this.
Yeah.
Right. Portrait of a man.
Mm-hmm.
A man who is destined for a shooting star acting career.
Uh-huh.
Everyone in the world goes blind.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very simple. But then everyone in the world will have to listen to the audio description.
Everyone in the world goes deaf-blind. Except for Kevin James.
So he's the only man that can see?
He's the only man that can consume his media.
But
Sony and Netflix go bust. The only people that seem to hire him. Adam Sandler dies.
Is that the twist?
That'll be.
Is that
It can be.
The Happy Madison just crumbles.
Yeah, Happy Madison crumbles. He gets to the point where he is like Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah.
And he is like king shit of deaf-blind fuck mountain.
Yeah.
But nobody can see or hear.
Well, I think that could work out for Kevin James, really.
Well, no, because you've got to think about the production of these films.
They'd be terrible. Films would probably just cease to exist entirely.
Exactly. So he'll just carry on making them in his basement.
Would he?
And he will star in every film.
He'd have to be.
Like he dreams of. But nobody will watch them. Or listen to them.
But like, he wouldn't get that big budget from Sony.
Yeah.
And that's really, let's be honest, every film he makes is just an excuse to spend money.
Yes.
And go on holiday and buy nice cars.
Yes.
Or nice segues.
No.
Well, I think there's always a hint of irony to the Twilight Zone as well. Like, the world that these people are trapped in usually is something to punish them. And I feel like we're punishing everyone else and giving Kevin James what he wants in this world.
Okay.
Because if he's the only person able to to be filmed and be on a camera and appreciate that. Like, have you seen the behind the scenes of Paul Blart Mall Cop?
No.
It's awful. It's just him laughing at himself and everyone around him nervously laughing along with him. It's really scary. And I feel like that's kind of what he'd want. Like, this episode of The Twilight Zone is like the Twilight Zone for everyone else in the world.
So we need to make it instantly awful for him.
I think so. Well, I think a lot of it usually starts with like things going well for them as well.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kevin James's career is picking up.
Yeah.
Which is a start.
Yeah, that's already good. Yeah. That's better than usual.
He is nominated for a Webby.
Whoa.
Yeah. Kevin James goes deafblind.
He goes deafblind. Like, as he touches the Webby?
Yes.
Does, like... Who hosts the Webbies? Like...
Probably PewDiePie.
PewDiePie comes up on the stage. Felix touches the award and looks into Kevin James's eyes.
And then batters him. Actually, no, because then in that case, then it's Roman Atwood. It would be Roman Atwood with the Webby smiting Kevin James.
Just hitting him, square in the temple.
Everybody's laughing.
Yeah,
he becomes so famous. In fact, he doesn't even become deafblind. He just becomes a joke to everyone.
I mean, that's already Kevin. Again, I feel like you're bringing Kevin James back to the real world again.
I'm struggling with this.
You're struggling with this Twilight Zone. Well, like, what I liked about that one was that as he's, like, being hit with the award, as Roman Atwood beats him in the temple with a Webby award, like, maybe he stops feeling pain because Fatty has fallen down and he's in such a state of elation of people laughing at him because he doesn't really know why, because he's also being bludgeoned.
Yeah.
That he forgets what pain is in that second and thinks he's famous and thinks he's the ultimate star.
So he walks around everywhere with the delusion that he is like Humphrey Bogart, but everyone around him just doesn't.
I mean,
he's Kevin James.
You know what? I feel like I've done it as well now. I've just brought this back to real Kevin James's life.
Yeah.
Okay, I had an idea for this. I thought about this when we were given the question last week. Now, in Pixels, in my favourite film Pixels that I've seen 4 times in cinema, Kevin James does play the President of the United States of America. And I feel like, in my personal Twilight Zone episode of Kevin James's life, he would be Kevin James as Kevin James.
Yes.
And he'd be acting. And then as he's acting on set, someone comes in and is like, Mr. President, we need you to do the thing. And he's like, funny joke, I was the president in Pixels. And they're like, no, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir, things have gone bad.
We're at Code Red.
Exactly. We need you to... And he's like, shit, I need to, like, drink a sippy cup from a baby's pram before I can, like, have the energy to do anything.
All of his all of the pitfalls from his characters in his films,
they just become him.
They become him.
But he also has the responsibility of the world upon his shoulders.
Yeah, because let's not sugarcoat it. When you're the president of the US,
we might have to sugarcoat it, otherwise he won't have the energy to president the world.
Yeah, when you're the president of the US, you are the president of the world.
Exactly.
So he becomes consumed by his comedic shortcomings.
Yeah, but then people, like, treat him as the president. They're like, Mr. President, we're being invaded by Donkey Kong-shaped aliens.
You have a meeting with...
Mrs. Pac-Man's here.
With Mrs. Pac-Man's here for your 2 o'clock. We're really nervous. Okay, guys. There may be some moments of dead air, but we're not technically allowed to have bottled drinks in here.
We're not allowed to have our Coca-Cola Company drinks.
No, doing a podcast for 53 plus minutes.
Yeah, and there's been the guy who came in before and stared at us.
Like
he once told us to not drink.
And we don't want to get kicked out of here.
Yeah, this is like a professional sound recording studio. We're not just... This ain't no shit show. I mean, this is a shit show.
This is a shit show. It's a shit show done in a nice bathroom.
Yeah. And we don't want to soil it.
Yeah,
so
we're just being very ginger about hiding our drinks and everything.
Yeah,
but back to Kevin James's now awful life.
So yeah, he's the president now, and like at first it's kind of like, oh, Mr. President, everything. You're gonna meet the ambassador of Dubai. He's gonna set you up in his hotel, and he's like, oh, great, I love this. This is like my regular life with Adam Sandler, somehow. But then like he starts like falling down, and people are like Kevin. You know what? I don't know. Why did we elect Kevin James?
But the world turns on him.
Why? Yeah. Like, why did we... And people, like, rely on him, but also hate him at the same time. Because, like, he has all the power, but also, like, he's a fucking shambles.
Yeah.
He's, like, segueing around, trying to, like, stop...
crime.
Stop terrorism. And, like, he just doesn't really know what to do with it. And he, like, reaches out to Obama and like... past presidents, and he's like, listen, I need help now.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
But Obama's just like, I don't want to help you. I hated Zookeeper.
I didn't even watch Ridiculous.
Yeah, like the truth starts to out for him. So like at the end of it, he turns to Adam Sandler and he's like, "Listen, I drink with you. We shoot grown-ups together on our holiday retreats.
I go to wonderful vacation destinations with you. For all intents and purposes, I may as well be married to you."
And Adam Sandler just looks at him. Oh my god! Adam Sandler looks at him.
And Rob Schneider.
Stop. And David Spade.
David Spade.
And Adam Sandler looks at him and goes, "Kevin, you weren't in my other films." And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "You weren't in The Do-Over." And like he just starts to crumble. Kevin James begins to like seep.
Listen, there are Happy Madison films that are good, and there are. I need some. Sorry, that wasn't the joke.
We do what? Are you telling me that good Happy Madison films aren't the joke?
Yeah.
Snap.
I've got good Happy Madison films, and I've got bad Happy Madison films.
And he just points to a corner where there's the zookeeper coated in dust, and like a spider crawls out.
Paul Blart Mall Piss is there, and the second one. Mike V's just standing in the corner as well, just very angry.
Covered in dust. Oh, God. And yeah, that's the one twist on it that I think could be pretty interesting.
Is that even Adam Sandler thinks he's a joke.
Yeah, like he becomes like the biggest... I mean, he is the biggest man in the world.
He is the world's in-joke.
Yeah, pretty much. And when the aliens finally come to take him, they like team up with the terrorists and then the racists. And
so the whole world...
Well, everyone's like, oh no, it's a big superpower and they're against us. But then the aliens and the racists and terrorists see Paul Blart president.
And they're like...
And they're like, hang on. Do you guys hate him too? And all the minorities and all of the done over people, just all the people who've been done over by Happy Madison. Look, and like, suddenly their eyes light up. They hold hands and it's really...
And they're singing Kumbaya.
Yeah. Aliens, terrorists, racists, normal
people. The world
people.
Is united.
Exactly.
Over how much I hate Kevin James.
Kevin James has made the world peace happen.
I'm going to say that this is closer to me, like, this is more like a wet dream to me.
Yeah?
Like, I would...
You have Preed all over your pants.
Everywhere. I could totally get behind this. I really wish it was the world, instead of just an episode of.
You mean you want this to happen in the regular zone, not the Twilight Zone?
I would enjoy that very much.
That would be very nice.
Yes.
So like, I think maybe we could, let's 2020 is gonna roll around.
Yeah.
And I think if Kanye can run, if Ron Perlman can run, can we somehow get Kevin James elected and make this a reality?
We can try. Let's get a hashtag going. Listener.
Hashtag elect Kevin James.
Elect Kevin James.
Or Kevin James 2020. And like we could have some like the witty slogan for it as well. It's 2020, so like we could be like,
I can see fine.
Exactly. Yeah. Like that would be it. Let the world see clearly again. And we'll just unite
and we could if it's let the world see clearly again.
Yeah.
That way once President James's presidency has reached its peak, then the world can see clearly again will finally happen, and the world will see why I don't like him so much.
And we'll destroy him. I think there might be like some small segments of America where like he's still loved, where he's still a beloved star.
Where?
Rednecks.
No, they're better than that.
Maybe that was a horrible statement on my end. I do think there might be like a small segment that might need to be like convinced that Kevin James is worth.
No, just kill him.
Okay. So yeah, this Twilight Zone would like unite everyone against Kevin James, and it would be true. Not even world peace because there's aliens involved as well.
Yeah, it would be universal peace. I love it.
Exactly. Ship it.
Yeah.
Let's get Rod Serling on the blower. What?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's get Rod Serling on the horn, and he'll be like, "Excuse me, boys. Let me tell you about the spooky zone that I'm trapped in."
No. We have a pitch for you.
What? But I am trapped in an ethereal plane where I can communicate.
Yeah, that's not important though.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know who Kevin James is?
No.
Well, he's
Portrait of a Man.
Okay, yeah, Portrait of a Man. Yeah, fat, balding, not funny.
Sounds like a real piece of shit.
Yeah, he is. So yeah, we wanna make him president. And then we want his entire world to crumble around him.
That sounds like an episode of The Twilight.
Yeah, I think that's what we were aiming for here. Is there a chance? No, stop, no, stop that, no, stop.
And then he'd be gone. So Rod Serling will have gone off into his ethereal plane that he tried to contact us through.
Yeah, well, I mean, we tried to contact him,
and that's like our ironic sort of twist on this one as well. Is that?
But maybe the fact that we can't do this, maybe that's what makes it our episode of The Twilight Zone.
And I think we'll wake up in a cold sweat. Like, God, jeez.
Portrait of two boys. Two soft
boys tried to make a podcast about my show. and then Rod Serling himself will wake up and it's 1952 and he's like,
I've got so many invention ideas.
I've got a great idea for a show. And he calls up the guys from, like, what was it, like Fox or something?
Yeah. It would be Fox, yeah.
And they're like, Rod, what's a television, Rod? And he's just like, no.
So yeah, that's our episode. That's our episode of The Twilight Zone.
That's the Kevin James episode of The Twilight Zone. And that's the Kevin James episode of Podkrabs.
Yeah, well, I know what picture's going to be used this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's going to haunt me every time I have to play it back.
Yeah, because I knew Sting was an option.
Sting was an option.
But then Kevin James really had to...
There was never an option.
Exactly. And
there are so many pictures of him screaming, with his mouth open, screaming.
I think we could even just use the poster for Paul Blart Mall Cop.
I
will experiment.
Yeah.
I'll try and find
Maybe find a nice picture of him and then just Photoshop him screaming from the poster.
There's no such thing as a nice picture of him. That's another Twilight Zone possibility lying around. We're Googling photos of Kevin James. Look at his fucking tiny eyes. They're like stab wounds in a pig's ass. I hate him. Jesus Christ.
Oh, what?
Oh, his face pisses me. You know what pisses me off the most? Here comes the boom.
Ready or not?
Ugh.
No, I can't. Like, there's too much visual media here for me to actually make audio media.
Stop making his face move on the screen.
Yeah, this makes me feel sick.
Kevin James is gross.
Yeah.
We're not sorry, Kevin.
No.
Ugh. Jeez. Right, have a wonderful Christmas.
Haven't we got one more question?
No, that was the last question. That was saving that one for the end.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was our juicy question. Our meaty, sweaty Kevin James question. Our
meaty, pustulant, sweaty question about a man that's not funny.
Fuck.
And you know who else isn't funny? Us.
Yeah.
So we hope you've enjoyed this wonderful Christmas special, or at least the start of the Christmas time special fun.
Yeah, and if you and your family do sit down and watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, I hope it's illegally. Just stream that shit. Just get that fucker on torrent. Just get it.
Yeah.
Download it. Make sure, like...
Get a VPN. Stream it online.
And, like, when you tell your friends to listen to the funny audio commentary from the British sound company...
If we get enough positive votes and we get permission, then I am happy to do my own audio dub of any Kevin James film.
That sounds like a real undertaking.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be.
Man, I don't know if I'm going to be on board. This might be like a half of Podkrabs special one day.
Yeah, I'm not ever going to do that.
I don't know. Maybe we'll lock Jim in a room and make him watch
I would sooner die.
Okay. Thinking of Kevin James at this holy time.
Yes.
I'd like to close on the thought that I was going to bring up him maybe playing Santa Claus in a Twilight Zone episode for my idea.
Oh.
When I was doing my research. Because, like, he's the right shape.
Yes.
To play Santa Claus. And then I was really disappointed to find out that Kevin James actually did play Santa Claus in Elmo's Christmas special. You're better than that, Elmo.
God, so that's sullied
Elmo
for you. And
yeah.
That's actually something.
Because I was like thinking of this really cool like Twilight Zone episode where it'd be like a shitty mall Santa. like Paul Blart Mall Center. And that's just like out the fucking window because Elmo fucking came in and took that from me.
Could we do like what's the Arnie one where they're fighting over the action figure?
Jingle all the way.
Can we do Jingle All the Way? X Paul Blart Mall Cop. Because that was an already not great film. Not a particularly big fan of Jingle All the Way.
What? You don't like Jingle All the Way?
Not particularly big fan. Arnie has so many better films in his catalogue.
You don't like him eating those gingerbreads? Damn, son.
Like, I'm not saying it's a bad film. Like, I'm not like
it's not
because Paul Blart Mall Cop is in a league of its own for like shit. But like Jingle All the Way was just like that. Just wasn't that good a film. Like, and I'll allow that from Arnie because
it's a Christmas film as well. Like,
yeah,
they're not great.
We all know that there is only one, and this will be our closing note. How about if we say our buys, and then on the final we'll count down, and we'll say what our favourite Christmas film is.
Are we going to say like our real favourite Christmas films? Or are we going to say
because
like
there is
ones?
only one answer.
Is there?
Yes,
I feel like,
and we're going to find out. You're already
I'm really unsure about this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, right. Well, it's been lovely having you in our Christmas crab crew.
We hope you have a merry time under the sea, enjoying all of those soggy.
Don't drink too much nog. Or do.
Yeah. Either way, have a good time. That's what's important.
Love you, Christmas. Love you. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Die
Christmas Carol.
Fuck.
Damn it.